YouTube has become one of the biggest search engine that is currently being used by over 2 billion active users in all over the world. So what does this mean for us creators? It means we have like a big opportunity for us to be discovered and also to make an income out of it, as well as we have big chances of creating community, which is very essential when you're trying to grow yourself as a brand. The other thing is that, YouTube has replaced television. Currently, few people are watching the traditional TV where people used to sit and they have to rely on TV to get their information, or maybe watch programs so that they can learn new things like cooking, baking, or maybe even doing your hair or styling. Currently, most people, when they sit, even with myself, it's me and my phone. And I think most of the biggest platforms that we interact with currently is TikTok, YouTube, and other social media platforms. So putting yourself in these platforms means that you're giving yourself an opportunity for you to be discovered, for you to grow, and also for you to create an impact or grow a community. So this is the best year for you to join YouTube as a creator if you have something to offer. The more you put yourself out there, the better for you, because then at the end of the day you become discoverable and more people will count on you and look up to you as somebody who is resourceful. And you need that as you become an influencer, or as you become an educator, or as you become, I would say, someone who has influence over people. So the best thing that you can do for yourself right now is just to get you started. I started watching YouTube videos. That was back in 2019. And I remember then I used to watch the content of Miss Trudy, Miss Kemunto, and so many other creators. Then I also stumbled on Wodemaya. And sometimes I used to sit and I'm like, wow, this is so much information these creators are putting out there for us. And I was like, oh, so this is content. And back then, because I used to like my privacy, I was like, I don't think I would like people to know me in this way. But now, this is laughable. We are in 2025, I like sharing my experiences. And I think it wasn't until in 2020, I was like, I think I have lived quite an interesting life, and I want to share this with the world. And I think my life experiences will go out there and encourage a young girl somewhere growing up somewhere in Laikipia, in Nyeri County, in Murang'a County, or even in Kisumu County. And I have seen the growth for these creators who put themselves out there back in 2018 and 2020. Look at Wodemaya. Right now, he's become one of the most influential people in Africa, and I would say content creation has been able to open ways for him. I recently watched a video of him interviewing, I can't remember which president, and that is access that he has gotten to himself because he's been able to put himself out there. I know you could be seated out there and you're like, Wanjira, what are the advantages of me joining YouTube in 2025? And one of the advantages is that YouTube is going to give you a platform for you to express yourself. No matter the topic that you want to discuss, you can choose any topic that you want to share with the people or with your community or your fan base. And through this, you'll be able to create, you'll become a mentor and people will look up to you like a resourceful person. So YouTube, you do not need to pay anything for you to start a YouTube channel, and you can creatively and openly express yourself in whichever way you like. So this is an advantage you have as a creator. So if you have information that you feel you'd like to share with the audience, YouTube is like the platform for you to use. as you know, it's possible to monetize with YouTube. And this you can do through different ways. The first one and the major one that most of the creators on YouTube rely on is the YouTube Creator Fund. And with this, you are able to monetize through the AdSense or the adverts that are run through your videos or the content that you post on YouTube. Through this, you are able to earn commissions that accumulate. And these are money that is paid out to you. But of course, for you to join the YouTuber Creator Fund, you have to have a limit, and you have to have 1,000 subscribers who are following your channel. And then also you also need to have 4,000 watch hours within a specific period of time. I can't really remember the duration, but one thing I realized is that if, for example, you post a video this year and then you take the whole year without posting any video, it means you lose the watch hours that you've been able to accumulate with the video that you posted. So it means that there is an expiry in terms of the watch hour and how YouTube is able to calculate that. But if you like me to create a video and share with you more about what is needed for you to attain and be monetized through the AdSense, I can also do that. So if this is something you'd like me to do, I'm happy to do a video and share that information with you. My favorite thing on why YouTube is a really good platform is the community building. With the community building, that means that, once you start posting videos, people just subscribe to your channel. I know, especially for us small creators, when you start creating videos, most of your subscribers are people who know you in real life, your family, your friends, maybe colleagues, and, just people within your circle. But once you start putting content that is searchable, at the end of the day, you start having subscribers and followers who are following you because of the value they are getting from your content. And that's the most important thing that I have learned as an upcoming YouTuber, is that you need to put content that it's not only content that you like doing, but also content that is going to add value into people. Nobody has time to watch an upcoming content creator because they are we do not know you and we do not care about your life. For celebrities, someone like Rihanna, she can just make a video of her washing her face in the morning and she'll have 1 million views in let's say 2 days, because everybody is interested in getting to see what does Rihanna uses to clean her face, and then where does Rihanna live in, and people are inspired by her because she's a celebrity. But if you are an upcoming YouTuber just like me, at the end of the day, people look at your video and they're like, yeah, we do not care. That's your business, unfortunately. So, but gradually, as you consistently make content, more subscribers come to your channel, because at the end of the day, they are learning something from you and they are seeing the value of the time they invest in watching your video. You can imagine watching a 30 minutes video of a stranger. So you can only do that because you are getting something from the video. And for us creators, that's the one thing that we always need to capitalize on. And we have to remember the benefit that this comes to us. And the benefit is that we get to build a community. It's like a tribe. And this I normally say, it's like you going to a club or going to a new place for the first time or an event, and you are alone and you're looking around trying to see whom can I talk to. And if you are a little bit reserved like me, most likely, you'll go for people who similarly look like you. For example, they have colored their hair like you, or maybe the style of how they are wearing their clothes, or the way they talk, or the way they are looking. So once you get to talk to somebody who is who has the same fashion style like you, and then you start talking and you vibe, you are like, wow, this is totally my twin and this is my tribe. So it's the same thing with YouTube. Once people subscribe to your channel, it's because they resonate with the type of content that you're sharing, or they've seen the value that they are getting from the content. So YouTube will give you that platform for you to build your own tribe and for you to build your own community, which is quite amazing. The other thing with YouTube that is quite interesting, and I know this is also quite challenging, is that YouTube will give you a character development. And when I say with the character development, it means that YouTube will have to enhance your skills, because the first thing is that you have to learn how to film. And you learn how to film not because you have enrolled to a film school, but because you have to see what other creators are doing it, and you have to practice that. If you're using your phone, or maybe you are using your camera, you have to know like what settings works for you indoors and outdoors. The other thing is that also you have to learn how to edit. So no matter what software you decide to use, YouTube will demand you to know how to edit. You must have basic editing skills. And as you progress and as your content grow, and as you become more resourceful, you also become resourceful in terms of your skill set. So I think this is like a very good opportunity for someone who wants to challenge themselves, and where you are like, yeah, I went to school and I did this, but now I want to master content creation. And mastering content creation is like quite vast. For those of us who are filmmakers, you have to start with the pre-production, and then you come to the production, and then you go to the post-production. And it's the same thing even with YouTubers, because you have to like script and ask yourself, what type of content am I making today? And then what are the things that I need? And that is pre-production. And then when it comes now to production, you're like, okay, how am I going to film this? What are the settings that I'm going to use? In which places am I going to be? And then how am I going to like present my content? And then after that, how am I going to edit and also post my content? And this is very key for anyone who is trying to build themselves, because at the end of the day, you see, as much as it's easy to just record and post your video, I think it's also important for you to like prepare your content in a way your audience, once they look at the content, they're like, yeah, this creator was prepared. Wanjira took time for her to share this information with us, this tea with us. And subscribers will always reward you with that. If you put your time and emphasis creating content, then your content becomes so resourceful, and at the end of the day, people will subscribe. The most amazing thing with joining YouTube in 2025 is the flexibility. So with you becoming a content creator or a YouTuber, you can decide to make your content from wherever, because especially for those of us now who do not have like an 8 to 5, it means that you can schedule your day and you can decide to make content dependent on when you are ready to make the content, or depending with the schedule that you have. Because when you're employed and you have to report in an office, and you are not the boss, it means that at the end of the day, you have to present yourself at a particular time and then clock off at a particular time. Let's say you clock at 8 and then you leave at, let's say, 5. With YouTube, it gives you the flexibility on when you can do your content. If you feel you'll be filming your content at night, well and good, nobody is going to ask you. But of course, it's important for you to have a schedule. Like, when do you post your videos? Because your audience and your subscribers will be waiting to see what is it that Wanjira has prepared for us. Because when people subscribe, it's because, they know they are getting something from the content that you're posting. So YouTube will give you the flexibility for you to work from wherever. We have so many nomads. They are called digital nomads, working from whichever parts of the world, just because, they took the leap of faith and they decided to venture into content creation, and now they've become like 100% creators. And this is an amazing opportunity even for you. I have seen it also happening to some people within my circle, who took content creation seriously and who took YouTube seriously. And for my case, I have also decided to do the same. And may God help me. For 2025, I want to post a video every week, because at the end of the day, that's the only way you get to grow as a creator. You can't be posting one video in a month, and yet you say you want to monetize, you want to grow a community on YouTube, and you are not putting the emphasis, the effort, and also hard work into it. I remember I have a friend who came to see me, and we were having a conversation. For her case, she has been a creator for, I would say, 3 years on YouTube. And she depends 100% on YouTube in terms of the income she makes. And she told me, Wanjera, when you decide to become a YouTuber, this is your office. Every day you wake up, you are like, what time do I clock into my office? And then what type of information am I putting out there to my audience? Because the audience are waiting, and these are people who have subscribed to your channel. So at the end of the day, you becoming a YouTuber means you have to put on the emphasis, the work, so that you grow as a content creator. Yeah, so I have talked about the advantages and the reasons why you need to join YouTube. Let's talk about the challenges, because of course, with every job, there is a challenge. The first challenge that you will experience starting this journey is maybe limited access to equipment. You are like, I do not have iPhone 16. And the phone that I'm using, it does not have good resolution. I know that could be a reason that could hinder you from starting. But the thing is that you need to start with what you have. You could be seated there and you're like, Wanjera, but I don't know how to edit. I do not know how to film. So where do I even start? And my advice to you is that just record a video with your phone. You do not need even a gimbal or something to hold on to it. Just hold your phone like this, record, and just post the video as it is. Even if you make mistakes, even if you you stammer, even if you chew your words, just post that video as it is. Because once you start posting, now that's when you get to realize it becomes easy. But if you're waiting for the perfect time for you to start, it might take you longer. So with just your smartphone and free editing apps, and like I shared in my video, I started using InShot. So you can download InShot. It's free on App Store, and you can start editing with it. And if you do not know even how to use InShot, just record your video and post. The other thing is that growing subscribers can be quite challenging. Ask me. I opened my YouTube channel 4 years ago, and I have 339 followers. So that means it's not quite easy to get subscribers. But the thing is, it's about consistency and creating value. On my last video, I talked to a content creator who's been able to amass 220k subscribers on her TikTok. And what she said to me, the most important thing is consistency. Once you put yourself out there consistently, the right people will always find you, and you find yourself even having the urge and the desire to create content that add values to your viewers, which is quite important. If you see me looking down, it's because I'm referring to my phone, because of course I do not want to mislead you. I want to serve you with facts. The other thing is that also you need to stay motivated, because it's very easy to get discouraged as a YouTuber as you start your journey. Most people normally start with a lot of energy and they're like, yeah, I'll be doing 3 videos in a week. But then after 2 months, with having only, let's say 50 subscribers, you are like, this thing is not working. And then you slack down and you are not able to keep up with the momentum. So what I would advise is that, start slow, start with what is doable. You can even start making 2 videos in a month, or if it's possible, do 1 video in a week, and set these small goals And every time you hit a goal, celebrate yourself, because if you cannot celebrate yourself, who is going to? Coming to the conclusion of this video, if you have watched to this bit, kudos, and you are on the right path to starting YouTube and also growing on YouTube. This is the best time, honestly, I would say, to become a content creator. Look at me, a person who had her 8 to 5, and I quit that to become a creator. It has taken me 3 years, to like firmly believe and have the conviction that this is the best time for me to come back and embrace content creation 100%. And if you have this passion in you and you feel, I want to start my first video, please just go for it. Just start from where you can. So if you're excited about starting your journey on YouTube, comment down below and tell me what is the first video that you want to start with, and I'll be able to give you tips on how you can be able to enhance that video and what approach you can take. Because even for me, coming up with content, because as a person who does so many things in my real life, I sometimes have a pool of ideas in terms of the content I want to put out there. But there are things that I use that have made it very easy for me, like using ChatGPT. Even right now, it's only that you guys can't see, I'm referring to my ChatGPT, and this has become very essential for me and has made my work very, very easy to even make this content. I'll be sharing with you things that I do as a YouTuber that has enhanced my work and has made my content creation work easy. Thank you so much for liking the video. Thank you so much for leaving a comment, and thank you so much for even subscribing. This is one way you get to support me so that I feel encouraged to continue researching and preparing this content and resource for you guys.